Diversity makes America unique. As the makeup of the population continually changes, the United States is experiencing a growth of ethnic minorities, as these once minority groups potentially may become the majority.
New census projections, the first projections that were done since the 2010 census, and they confirm what a lot of us thought were happening, but it makes it look very, very vivid for people who were a little skeptical about how our changes were occurring in this country. And what it shows is that we have a continued growth of our minority population, and over the next 50 years, we're going to see a decline in our white population over the broad spectrum of these projections, which go from 2012 to 2060. We're going to see a 10% decline in our white population and more than doubling of our minority population. And so in around the year 2043, it's about 3 decades from now, we're going to have nationally what you would call a majority-minority population. That would be more minorities than there are whites. And the bigger gains numerically are from Hispanics. There are still gains for blacks, although the growth rate isn't as high, but then Asians and people who are more than one race.
Today, ethnic minority groups such as Hispanics, Asians, and African Americans make up about 30% of our population. It is estimated that it will continue to grow, and by 2050, they will make up about 50% of the population. Predictions and estimates also state that the Asian American population is likely to triple, the Hispanic American population to grow about 190% and make up nearly about one-fourth of the population. The 2010 census reported 308.7 million people in the United States and an estimated growth of 9.7% increase. Temperate regions attract a plethora of people for a variety of reasons. It is estimated that the warmer regions of the South and West will increase in population. These areas attract people and businesses because of lower costs. Labor costs tend to be lower in the southern and western regions.
Americans are getting older. Today, there are more people well over the age of 65 living healthy and fulfilling lives. This longer life expectancy is due to increased medical knowledge and technology. Also, the progressive baby boom is adding to the growth of the population.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
The composition of the American household is changing. A husband, wife, 2.5 kids, and a dog is no longer the norm these days. Households are now much more varied, with single-parent, multi-generational, non-family, and one-person households comprising a large portion of the population. In 2010, 26.7% of all households were people living alone, up from 25.8% in 2000. Husband and wife households are declining as a percentage of the population. In 2000, 51.7% of households were husband and wife, decreasing to 48.4% in 2010. Multi-generational households are on the rise. In 2000, 3.7% of all households were multi-generational, increasing to 4.4% in 2010.
Understanding the changing demographic characteristics of America's children is critical for shaping social programs and public policies. The number of children determines demands for schools, healthcare, and other services essential to meet the daily needs of families. Social Security programs are one of these programs that are going to change throughout the population growth. Benefits paid to retirees come from wages of working people, and with a growing life expectancy rate, payouts from the system may actually exceed the taxes collected. So all of these programs need to be changed with the increase of population.
All my life, watching America